Welcome to Pretty Lies and Alibis. Let's seek the truth and travel the long road to justice together. What you know, Alibiers? Welcome to another episode of Pretty Lies and Alibis. I'm Gigi. It's November 1st. Hope you guys had a great Halloween yesterday. My daughter's coming in from New Orleans. We're going to take a trip up to Cherokee, North Carolina tomorrow just to hang out and have a little girls' day. I can't wait. I'll see you guys back again on Monday. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit subscribe and like the video. If you want notifications of when I post new content, just click that little bell icon. You guys remember Micah Miller, the Myrtle Beach woman who died in what was ruled self-harm, and her husband, the pastor of Solid Rock Baptist Church, J.P. Miller, announced to the congregation of his church she had died by self-harm, then ordered them not to talk about it on the way out. Remember that guy? He's also accused of abusing his wife through coercive control and exploiting her mental health. Well, his house is being searched by the FBI. Local reports say he is not at the home, but agents in uniforms labeled Evidence Response Team were seen donning gloves and entering the house with evidence bags. If anything comes of that, I'll keep you guys posted. All right, we're moving on to Diddy. Sources told Fox 5 that the grand jury is hearing more testimony, and that could mean not only more charges for Diddy, but also maybe some new defendants soon. Attorney and former prosecutor Eric Faddis told Fox 5 New York what the federal government sometimes will do when they're continuing their investigation is they'll do a subsequent indictment, which is a superseding indictment. And prosecutors have actually hinted at this in the past. What would a superseding indictment do? It amends and replaces that original indictment and adds additional charges. I've said from the beginning, I don't think this trial will happen in May of next year, but we'll see. Also, a judge ordered that one of Diddy's accusers, who is identified as Jane Doe, must reveal her identity by November 13th, or her case will be dismissed. Now, prosecutors are not happy about this, saying that it could preview their case against Diddy. The alleged victim was 19 at the time of the assault, and the judge said that defendants have a right to investigate who is suing them, and the public has a right to know who is using the courts. Diddy's attorneys are asking that accusers and their attorneys in the civil suits be banned from commenting on the case publicly, saying that they're assassinating Diddy's character in the press. Over 12 lawsuits filed in New York City, by the way, have been assigned to different judges. Diddy's attorneys have asked for a gag order, citing leaks in the case. Now, investigators in the case have been interviewing male escorts who say that they were involved in these freak-off parties, and sources say that these men are eager to talk. The source told the New York Post that they've been asked what they were paid to do, who else was involved, and they're reportedly providing very detailed accounts. Seems like a lot of the men were in their 20s at the time of these parties, with some of them now in their 40s. Their recollections of the parties seem to follow a common theme, and they've also been telling the drugs that were used during the freak-offs. Never a lack of new news in the Diddy department. Keeping an eye on it. If anything new comes up, I'll let you know. Moving on to Lindsay Shiver. We covered this story when it broke. I call her the Bahama Mama. She was arrested in July of last year after being accused of plotting to kill her husband, Robert Shiver, with her lover, Terrence Bethel, and another man, Farron Newbold, there in the Bahamas. Lindsay had previously been released on bond, and she was allowed to return to the United States while awaiting trial. But a judge has revoked her bond, as well as her Bahama boyfriend, Terrence, due to him giving TV interviews to Good Morning America and Inside Edition earlier this month. Now, Lindsay did not speak on those shows, but she was seen walking and talking to Terrence. And on the show, Terrence said nobody ever wanted him dead. I'm definitely not guilty of conspiracy to commit murder, and Farron's not guilty of being a hired hitman. It's time to let the world know we're innocent. Now, another reason Lindsay's bond was revoked is because she moved from the designated address, which was her parents' home, that was approved by the court when she bonded out. Other conditions of her bond was wearing an ankle monitor. She had to adhere to a curfew, And she's not allowed to enter the state of Georgia, which is where her husband lives, unless she's going for custody or divorce proceedings. Judge Grant Thompson in the Bahamas said, having reviewed the Good Morning America interview, this court is of the view that this is a blatant disregard for the court's leniency and indulgence. This cannot and will not be tolerated. What the respondents have done can be seen by the applicant as a spit in the face of justice. Their trial is set for March of 2025. Let's talk about the Menendez brothers. A resentencing hearing has been set for December the 11th. What will happen? The judge will weigh the crime, their record in prison, and the positive impact they've had while incarcerated. The judge will review facts that were not available during that second trial in 1996. And if the judge allows resentencing, the case will move on to the parole board. Eric and Lyle would be able to address the parole board as well as their family as both victims and family of the defendants. The DA in his press conference said that members of his office will be there to oppose the release of the brothers to the parole board, as well as others there speaking up, recommending the brothers be set free. What are some other paths to freedom that they have? The habeas corpus petition that was filed last year by their attorney, Mark Garagos, asking that new evidence not presented at trial be reviewed. That new evidence is the allegation by former Menudo band member Roy Rosello that Jose Menendez drugged and sexually assaulted him. The other piece of evidence is that letter written by Eric to his cousin 8 months before the murders that detailed the abuse. The cousin testified at the brothers' trial, and the letter would have corroborated his testimony. This petition could change their convictions. That hearing is set for November 25th. The final path to freedom would be clemency from California Governor Gavin Newsom. Mark Garagos submitted a request on October 28th, and Governor Newsom can weigh in on this beginning November 7th, although he's not required to. Last little bit of the day, Suzanne Simpson, the missing mom from Texas, her body has still not been found, but her husband, Brad Simpson, is currently charged with assault of a family member causing bodily injury, unlawful restraint, possession of a prohibited weapon, and tampering and fabricating physical evidence. His bond is set at $3 million, and he has not posted that. His attorney filed a motion on Wednesday asking to see their 4 children while he's in custody. The current conditions of his detention is no contact with the kids. But in the motion, his attorney says the children aren't directly involved in the case, and there's no reason to think he's a flight risk, so he should be able to see them. We just talked about Corey Richens, who wants to see her children. I think these defendants who are charged in harming the other parent should not be allowed to see their kids. I don't know what you guys think, but I don't see any good coming from it. So that was the little bit of news I wanted to share today, just to kind of keep current with everything. I hope you guys have a really good weekend, and we will see you back here on Monday.